I believe this is take 4. And very, very, very likely last attempt for me to put in my video journal log tonight. Video journal log. August 4th, Tuesday, 2026. 0 dark, 22 hours. 0 dark, 22 hours. The music stopped across the river. It's fucking people. They play the music so loud you can hear it in the house with the air conditioner on. I'm not stretching that an inch. I wish I was, but I'm not. And fucking hopefully they I don't know, fucked off and good. Anyway, but it's, it's little distractions like that throughout the day, I feel can really fucking build up and become like almost lethal to oneself and one's productivity and one's just overall quality of life, And if it's not handled, then you get kind of dictated by those things, and those fucking stupid things and stuff. Now that have become a problem. Now they deal with you because of your lack of wanting to deal with them over time. Your weakness and laziness accrued interest, and now you're like controlled by these fucking very things. And it could be any bunch of anything that you're putting off that you shouldn't put off for whatever fucking reason. But yeah, and also you have to, or I have to, make sure they don't take me off of my my game, my mind, my cool, even if I can get it back, and stuff. But that's a fucking drag. That's a waste too, because now instead of continuing your flow of movement, forward momentum movement, you're now stopped and like dragged back a little bit, and then you got to make up a little bit to get back. So it's not worth it at all. Not in the least bit. I'm partially here listening so I got the back cellar door open for air because it's really bad humidity. And I can't talk. Fuck it. Speaking of looking out back there, I've been looking for my UFO team who showed up to check on me or something, but they haven't. I haven't seen anything since in the same spot, and I've been looking every night. I figure, and I have my little UFO relation thing that's I feel is bona fide because it's confirmed down in a police station somewhere in South Carolina where I had 19 hours of missing time in the fucking wood swamps back there the first day I got down there. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. It's a good story, crazy story, but I'm just not going to get into all of it right now. Of that. So, one thing that I've been in a constant happy mood about is that July is over. And we have jumped into fucking August, which is cool for many number of reasons for me. But the one that, well, really fall. Fall is really my favorite fucking season. Like just the weather in fall. That crisp air, you know, and I just stop thinking about it. Tease myself sometimes with stupid things like that. Oh, there it goes again. You know what I say to that? I got my other little brother here. I'll tell you something cool, a little synchronicity, if you will, or whatever. But I found out a couple of years ago that the character, you know, Michael Myers in Halloween, his birthday is October 19th. He was 70 something, 3, or I forget what the year, but it was close. That's my birthday. And I heard that. I was like, yeah, that's cool, you know? I think it's cool. You know, I like it. I like Michael Myers, but not in the way most people think. And again, I'm not going to get into that either. Hold on a second. I've been toying with the idea of starting another channel, but just for weapons, blades, different, all kinds of edge weapons, not any kind of training at all. Just like a reviewing kind of one, you know, showing, you know, all my different ones. It's just an idea. But, you know, I really shouldn't be thinking like that because I got a lot of work to do on this one, you know, keep going. But, sorry, I hate it when I fucking do this, man. I hate it when I do this on video and then I see it, I get fucking mad because it's annoying. You know? It's annoying to watch somebody do something like that or eat or something like that too. I tell you, I thought I was going to have to get violent and strike a guy and break his fucking head in the deli liquor store a block away from here last night. I went in to get, actually, this very ticket. I didn't even rub it off yet. In there. And he was like drunk. He was with another guy. And he's like this big, you know, heavy set, borderline fat, heavy, kind of short, stocky guy. Bald head. He's like yelling, like talking real loud at the register guy, like rough. I walked in. I did just like that as I worked out. Because I know it's going to take forever and shit, and I don't like waiting, especially unnecessarily. So, you know, I didn't get right in their way. I gave them a little space. You know, stood a little bit away, waiting. He looks at me and he goes back to the guy. He's telling the register guy to call the owner of the store and ask him why his specific brand of fucking poison is not there stocked. He's fucking really lit, you know, and he's loud too. That's 2 strikes against him because being an asshole and stuff's one thing, but then, you know, being loud and noisy, irritable in that way too with me, I really hate you now because I don't like noises like that and shit. You know, depending on my mood, I can really not react well. So he could be doing the same bullshit, but he doesn't have to be yelling on top of it. So to me, that's like a double, double fucking two strikes. Two strikes. And then I started looking at something, and then I opened up the cooler, looking at a drink, and then it looked like a bottle, and it was like a pretty good size, like long. I noticed I got a good handle on it. I thought like, all right, this pretty like boom, I didn't touch the bottle. I was just thinking, And then I hear him fucking barking again at this fucking kid. And he's like trying to call on the phone. I wanted to go over and take the phone out and say, no, get the fuck out of here. I didn't do it. Because I also easily envisioned it not taking more than 2 seconds once if I started getting into it with this guy, before I would have fucking had to smash him in the fucking, in that big dome of his, boom, or hit him some way. But most likely his fucking was sticking out like a light bulb. I wanted to hit him when I walk in, actually, I didn't like him. It's like a bully guy acting, this tank top. And I pictured that, while I was sitting there. Then I also pictured it, and some of it honestly felt satisfying, like giving this fucking asshole what he deserves. Somebody, not like kill him or anything, just, maybe one shot, boom, knock him out, or slap or something, he sure deserves it. But I seen it, I felt it, and but then I also paused enough, and I let it play out more, a little thought, and then I saw the police and sirens or something like that, and bullshit, and maybe possible jail or something, and I'm thinking, for what? I'm gonna get here's fucking instant ticket, and I'm gonna let something like that blow up for nothing, and have those possible consequences, or I can just fucking walk out of the fucking store. And that's what I did. I just looked at them. I said something in my mind to him or whatever, and looked at him. He was a short little powerhouse guy, and I just walked right out, and I felt good with the confidence of knowing fucking that was the right decision. Even though, like, in the moment, I was kind of irritated going in the store too, so it wouldn't take much to, something like that to, want to have no problem fucking hitting the person after. I'm not dumb. I would I wouldn't, hit him first for no reason, unless he gave me reason, but, after they try, then, hit them one time, that's more than fair. But again, getting back to the thing, is I thought it through, and I saw the end product of it, and it was mildly nauseating, and it was so great and easy just to walk away, and that happened, and that was last night, and I got home. And just fucking people, man. And then I started imagining real quick, like how many other places that fucking jerk off had probably been to that night. Him and his buddy, who looked like he was like a caretaker of him or something. Walking around, being, drunk and bullying people. Get out of my, I'm drunk out loud, and I'm kind of square here, I'm heavy, but I'm kind of square. I got a tank top on, but I'm tough. I have bald head, It's hard to find a time when there's fucking, never out, That's that gets boring too. after a while, but very, very long while. I definitely prefer no people in solitude to people and fucking, irritation, annoyance, time wasters. I mean, but I'm wrong because I don't want to waste my time with that. I'm a jerk. I don't think of people. I think I'm, arrogant or better. No, fuck you. No. To me, it's all a matter of right and wrong. Truth or false? Yes or no? Stop at the fucking maybe, and I don't know, and and I'll think about it, and I'll get back to it. I'm, thinking on it. I don't know. None of that. Just saying it feels weakens me. Literally, I feel weak saying those words. Are you gonna take out the garbage? I think I'll try. I think if I can do it my back, I don't know. Get the fuck up, get up, take the garbage out. And that reminds me of another thing too that bugs me, and I don't think I know the world would be better off without a lot of this. It's the drama people. And it's not just women, it's fucking guys too. They're actually worse, I think. Drama boy, drama man. And it's like these people think they have a right just because they know you or something, or friends, or that just call you up or run into you, or just come right and just start giving you all of their unnecessary bullshit and try to make it yours a little bit. I could say, nobody's people are just bad talking. Yes, there's that, and that's okay. But everyone also knows, or they don't know, when it's too much, when it's bleeding on people, when it's like just a self-indulgent like a blues thing or something. But again, it gets down to, I think, out in public and stuff, you see people just pay attention, act right, maintain the flow of traffic. Don't fucking drive somebody like me fucking nuts by doing something wrong or in front of me or something like that. Just fucking do what you're supposed to do. I do what I'm supposed to do. Keep it flowing, because life has enough stress and there's enough things and stuff that would much more benefit our energy or my energy focused towards these much bigger mountains and monsters and things that I am slaying and have to continue to slay. So, in short, I don't like fucking distractions in any shape, any form, for any reason. When I'm doing something on purpose. And that brings me back to my new hobby that I got myself into, me and Natasha. And, I think it's going to be a great hobby, a lot of fun, and potentially pay off too, of metal detecting. And we got a metal detector, and it's fucking harder than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be put it together, put the batteries in, whatever. Scan the directions, go out, turn, and I thought it was going to be simple like that. But it's not really. I mean, you can do it like that, but you're wasting the money buying a good detector and not reading the instructions over and over and over and over and over and over again, like I'm doing as much as I can until I want to puke or walk into a wall. Every day I've been looking at it a couple times a day, and I've learned how to calibrate it, the ground balancing. Don't ask me about the numbers with the minerals in the ground and that, and these other acronyms and stuff that are on there. And I set the detector with discrimination pieces, like different things, coins, nails, bullshit, things like that, so you can get a feel for what they sound like and their number. And you can also gauge the depth of your machine's capability for going under, deep, how far. So we are here, nothing, and it's like a foot or something. So, but I wanted this. I wanted something I didn't know at all. I wanted something I've never did at all. I never knew anyone that did it either. And I wanted to just get into the hobby or the thing from the bottom up, and just enjoy the fact, the curve of the learning of it, and getting into that and really learning it good and take it out. And I'm pleasantly surprised though that I am glad it's harder than I thought. So it's more of a challenge, and I like that, and I'm looking forward to learning all of this different stuff that's in this fucking metal detector. It's truly awesome, and it's fun, So I went out on my first real little going sweeping and stuff. I did the backyard. I didn't dig anything up, but I had the headphones on. I was going, and a lot of the shit I didn't know. I still don't know what it means on the gauges and stuff. I still have to read it and learn it, but the basic stuff I know, where I could, metal detect and get stuff, and it's fucking awesome. It's just awesome already. I haven't even dug anything up, but like I said, I'm having fun, and I see the potentials of it. You can do it anywhere, especially the beach is going to be a great thing. You can find really cool old shit. You can find money. You can whatever. That's true. And it's out. It's in the air. It's walking around. It's not ass sitting, or nothing doing or going to, it's like good, way of living, going out and doing stuff like that. And I can just picture, sneaking into different places and stuff like that. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that's what I want to do, but I will do it. If there's some place I want to go and do it, but it's moving slower than I want to. I'll admit that as well. And that's just because there's only so much time I can put into reading that, which with the directions. I would love to get the person who wrote the directions, who was in charge of the directions, this company, sit them down and just interview them a little bit, ask them a few questions about the fucking, you wrote that, right? You said do that before that, in those words, right? Because there's, oh shit, missing out of sentences, that last important things are gone. And these huge assumption jumps on the picture. All right, go from A to this, B, all this stuff. D, things like all together, and there's all these little parts. And not only is the sentence grammatical correctness of the sentences are fucking so off, and so, actually, honestly, some of them, they hurt my head. When I read them, I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? This is like, This really makes no fucking sense at all. I'm just like guessing because I know which part it is. But it's fucking annoying actually. And to make it worse, not to be a downer, I'm just saying what I saw and what it is, and that's not being anything other than truthful. Why do they have a whole fucking manual direction thing, right? Big page and stuff, and just little bit of fucking pictures and stuff in the middle, and the print, the font size is fucking asinine. It's what can I say? It's like a pencil point, 2 pencil points maybe, or a pencil point and a half or something. I can't think of an increment of measurement to say for how ridiculous it is. So I have to get my magnifying glass, the big fucking Inspector Gadget, cool, big fire starting magnifying glass. I have to get that to fucking read it, man. So what are you thinking, the fuck guy? Let's make it 0.0111 super small fucking font. Well, from here they all look. It almost looks like black lines. Or maybe they save an extra nickel or dime or something on ink or something from not printing. I don't. And it's not. Sadly, it's almost everything I get that has instruction these days it's fucking horrible. They're horrible. They're miniature. They don't make any fucking sense, and they just done. Some of them don't even have any fucking words at all. Just a bunch of bad pictures connected. No, this is going to be fun, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a little too uptight. I don't think so. I think I'm being accurate. Maybe I'm being a little loud or excited about it or something like that. Well, perhaps that's who I am. That's how I am. If I can have energy, it's like living. Fuck. All right, I'm signing out. This is an appropriate journal entry, so I sign out. 050 hours. 0 dark 50 hours. Jason is out.